Hi there, Lindee Goodall here. We've seen how to sew a buttonhole. Now we need to cut it open. So let's see how to do that. So I've removed the stabilizer from the back. I've just torn it off, and I need to open up this area in the middle. And one way to do that is just poke your seam ripper in the middle and just slide it up to the end. And that's a little scary to me because it's real easy to just keep on sliding and go right through the stitches at each end. Also, depending on how you're holding it, it's real easy to just go right into your hand. So one thing you can do if you're using the seam ripper approach, or scissors or something else, is you can put a pin in there. And the pin will be like a little barrier to prevent you from running through the end. So now we can open up the center and kind of do that. And if you don't want to use a seam ripper all the way to the end, you can use some sharp pointed scissors, get those in there and trim. Another way you can use to open it up is to use a small rotary cutter. And I don't usually use this because it's hard to get right to the edge. But a lot of people do it, and they'll use it without the pins. And now my buttonhole is opened up, and yes, it's a little ratty looking there, and you can kind of pick those off with your fingers and it'll wear down over time. And once your button is buttoned, you won't see that. And if I had used a matching thread, it would also be less visible. If it really bothers you, you can clean it up with some scissors and maybe put a little fray check on there if you want to. Now, a tool that I really like for opening buttonholes is this one. And this is just a buttonhole cutting tool. And I have a cutting mat here that I could work on, or it comes with this little piece of wood. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your buttonhole on there, just line it up, and you're just going to take it and kind of angle it from the end and angle it from that way. And if your buttonhole is small enough, you can just kind of walk it back and forth. And there's my open buttonhole. So there are a lot of ways to open buttonholes. Your machine came with this accessory in the accessories box. And what you're going to do with this is, if you have a keyhole buttonhole, you're going to use that to cut out the round end. Once again, you could do it on a little block of wood, or you could do it right on your cutting board, or you could do some stacks of paper or piece of cardboard under there to protect your work surface. So just get a cutting mat and do that. So you're just going to wobble that back and forth, and it'll punch that keyhole right out and makes a nice clean cut. And so that's how you open up your buttonholes.